Hello, everybody. This is your daily reminder of coming back into the wholeness that we are. And so I'm going to just channel a short video for you here for your day. If you're just starting your day, if you're ending your day, if you're in the middle of the day, anytime, you can come back to this video any day, forever. Yeah, let's see what wants to come through. I'll also say in my prayers this morning, I was told that what the spirit world said to me is the rest cannot begin. These were their words, so take them for what they mean to you. What they said is the rest cannot begin until and unless we all remember the wholeness that we are. That is the number one priority, the number one top request, goal, directive that they have for me, and clearly in this series. And if you're listening to this, probably for you too, in your own way. And you know what resonates for you. But that's what they said very, very, very clearly, very adamantly to me this morning. So here we are. All right, let's see what wants to come to you today. Okay, hello and welcome. So today, the vibration, the manifestation of the divine that is channeling through with Martha and through you. We are here as beings, again, of the Syrian star system, but also many beings of other dimensions and other time and other places. We're like a rainbow coalition of many star beings, cosmic beings, spirit beings. And really what we are wanting to remind you of and hold space for is related to the vision that Martha was given this morning in her praying, as she was mentioning. So what this essentially is that in the time of forgetting, as we have said and others have said over and over and over again, the biggest, or at least one of the biggest, if not the biggest message, erroneous message, has been the illusion of separation. And that illusion of separation has taken many forms and has been related and played out through many realms of life and many realms of existence. So these realms of existence where this has played out are really mirrors of each other. Every single one of them tends to be like a microcosm of the others. So when you are able to hold space for and address the coming back to and the remembering of the wholeness of one aspect of this, it has a immediate ripple effect through everything else. So in this brief daily reminder. We may go more deeply into this in a more in-depth video in the future, but in this brief daily reminder, we essentially want to bring awareness to and support you to feel a parallel experience of what it is for your body system, really in your frontal lobe, near your pineal gland, the parts of your brain, really in a sense to be coming back together into the wholeness that your brain is, the wholeness that your body system is, the two sides of your brain, the two sides of your body, this illusion that they are somehow separate. They have various functioning that may be slightly distinct or different from other parts of itself, but they are one whole. They are part of one complete whole. And the same is true for the entire time-space continuum. So this might be a little bit obscure in a sense. And if this cognitively feels obscure, we invite you to just take a deep breath and relax and feel the energetic of what we're going to convey. So again, we may go more deeply into this in a longer video, but what we would invite you to do is come back to that divine tuning fork that the Syrian star beings brought to you in the first channeled video of this series. And if you haven't heard that, we encourage you to go back to it and listen to it to get a really in-depth experience of this. But what we would like to do again here is we, as the Syrian star beings, are here holding a singing divine tuning fork. And this is the divine tuning fork of the song of creation, the song of existence that is tuned precisely to your being and your own song. And this divine tuning fork, you can imagine in whatever way is exactly right for you, only with your permission and only with your invitation. We're bringing that divine tuning fork right to the front of your frontal lobe, right to the front of your forehead where your third eye is. You can just imagine and feel it going to exactly the right place for you. It might be different for different people. But in the previous video, what we did with this was we helped to activate the wholeness of your whole being. And here what we're doing is similar, but what we're doing also is helping the right side of your brain and the left side of your brain, and then the corpus callosum, everything that connects all the parts of your brain. We're helping that to activate and to become more whole and in communication with itself, back to the wholeness that it is, literally that your brain is one organism, that your whole body, your whole being is one organism. So again, every part or aspect of yourself or of existence that you focus on, bringing wholeness to, bringing a remembering of wholeness to, is a microcosm. So you can focus just on one aspect of something, and that is fine. You don't need to feel an obligation to focus on anything beyond what you are called to, precisely exactly what you are called to. So you can take a deep breath and again, feel this divine tuning fork coming to the front of your head And Martha's pointing to the place where you might be feeling it, because it's hard to put into words precisely where that is. You might feel it in the front of your head. This is more here where Martha's pointing is more where we were placing the divine tuning fork in the first original video. And in this video, we're pointing more up here. This place where three sections of the brain intersect, and where a great deal of illusion of separation has occurred, and where now there is a strong, powerful remembering, literally coming back together as the oneness of what your brain is, the oneness of who you are on every single level. So it's in this part of your brain where the frontal lobe and the two parietal lobes come together, and then there's much more also anatomically going on in that area and in the in the spaces between those lobes as well. So we won't go into the whole anatomy of it, but you can just feel it in your body. You can feel it in your being. How with this divine tuning fork, they're activating it and bringing a song of healing and remembering that the wholeness of your brain can be returning to itself. And then we encourage you just to focus on this today, just to be with this, but we'll just briefly mention, and again, we may come back to this more in depth in another video, but a parallel process is also going on in this time with a similar experience of the entire time-space continuum. So we often describe the time-space continuum like a womb or like a chrysalis. But in many ways, you can imagine it shaped like or structured somewhat similarly to a brain. So there's this sense also in that whole time-space continuum of this illusion of separation. And part of what is going on now is that there is a holding space for that whole entire organism of the entire time-space continuum to be getting held in what you might call a kind of Cheroklo energy. That whole time-space continuum is being held to also come back into and remember, literally remember the wholeness, the oneness, the continual communication and functioning as a singular organism, just like your brain, just like your whole body, just like your whole being. Same is true for all of time, all of space, and beyond. Existence itself, the one, which is you. So once again, thank you so much for being here. Please come back to any of these daily reminders, any of the longer, more in-depth videos, anytime they call to you. There's also the nighttime, bedtime, sleep video, and we will likely be making more of those over time as well. So please use these. again, this is, as Martha said, an absolute imperative, an incredible need, the top priority here and now, that anyone and everyone who can and who is wanting to contribute to what is needed in this time, it is this. It is fully embodying the wholeness way, the reality of wholeness as you and as the all that is. And so it is. Amen. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you again for being here. I love hearing from you. Like I said in the previous video, if you want to share anything, if you pull an oracle card and you want to share what comes alive for you in that, if you, I don't know, anything, you could have a practice every day of just asking. Even you could think of the natural world as being a oracle deck in a sense. Like, I'm just thinking, if you take walks and you think, maybe there are certain flowers that kind of jump up and speak to you, or certain birds or animals of other kinds, or I don't know, whatever it happens to be, anything that comes alive that you feel like is in service of supporting us all into this remembering of wholeness. Please share. Please share anytime. And share this series with anybody and everybody you think may benefit, who may be a great ally in this wholeness way, this time of remembering the wholeness that we are. Thank you again so much. And I'll see you tomorrow.